Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Jón Trausti from the Reykjavík Grapevine. We are on location for the 9th eruption here in the Reykjanes Peninsula, just east of the Blue Lagoon. It's July 16th, and this is one of the smaller ones, but it looks amazing, and we're going to show you some great footage in this show. As I was saying, the eruption began 4 o'clock this morning after a swarm of earthquakes since about midnight. The fissure opened here about, I don't know, 2-3 kilometers east of the Blue Lagoon, which is right over there. And we're on the side of the peninsula. We're pretty close to the Fagradalsfjall, where the eruptions took place in 2021. So if we count those eruptions with this one, this is the 12th one, not the 9th. Depends on where you start counting. The Blue Lagoon Hotel, which had around 200 people sleeping there last night, was evacuated this morning, along with 30 or 40 households in Grindavík, the town that's out there. And also a few people were evacuated from the camping grounds in Grindavík, tourists, I assume. The fissure line that opened ended up being about 2.4 kilometers, and then at around noon today, another fissure line opened, like 500 meters long, and it's a little closer to us here on the east side. This particular eruption has been emitting a bunch of poisonous gases, and they've been swept with the wind towards the town of Njarðvík. So people there have been asked to close their windows and, believe it or not, breathe through their noses. There's also been a bunch of so-called witch's hair blowing with the wind. Witch's hair is like, it is basically glass fibers from the eruption that kind of look like bundles of hair, and they blow in the wind and end up on people's cars and whatnot. The fissure line this time around is located on, well, it's basically, the eruptions have basically been piling up on each other. So you can see like older lava here from last year, and this fissure line is conveniently located, so it doesn't pose any threat to infrastructure anywhere in around here. So this one is actually going to be nice to look at with no worries really, except for obviously the gas. Yeah, sorry, it's pretty windy out here, so I'm going to try to hold this thing here so the microphone doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, it's well, it's a reminder of the relationship we on this island have with nature. This eruption is taking place next to a Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is an accidental runoff of a geothermal plant that was built there in the 1970s, which powers the whole peninsula, both with electricity and hot water. But where you have geothermal, you also tend to have volcanic activity. So this is a good demonstration of that relationship. At this point, we've obviously almost lost count of the eruptions we've had over the past few years, and some people have been describing this, I think some of the residents of Grindavík, as being sort of like a Groundhog Day for them. There's always an eruption. But nonetheless, these are always magnificent to look at, and today we have pretty great visibility. We should, however, point out to people that the police commissioner in the area does not want anybody on this location. They don't want people hiking to the eruption, and that is totally understandable. The general area of the eruption is not exactly ground you should be hiking on in any conditions. Not only does it have multiple layers of very recent lava which hasn't cooled down properly, the old lava field is so brittle and so full of crevasses that you know, I'm joking now, but if you ever wanted to hide the body, that would probably be there. And on top of all of that, just north of here, next to the highway between the Keflavík airport and Reykjavík, there's an old army practicing area. So it's full of like unexploded artillery rounds and hand grenades and what have you, just to sort of add to it. So the area is closed off. You should not come into it. And the police has also asked people not to stop on the highway just to like avoid traffic incidents happening right there. But I've been here with our picnic, and he's been shooting some great footage, and we're going to be looking at it. And I guess that's it basically. But remember to go to our Grapevine shop to keep this shit going by buying some stuff on the store. It's shop.grapevine.is. It's been a pleasure. See you guys later. Bye bye.